the time to take stock of our homes, clear out the clutter, and figure out what's really working for us in our homes.
If your computer is not quite cutting it, now is the perfect time to upgrade. It's time to compute this with Schrock Innovations.
Here he is, Thor Schrock from Schrock Innovations. Good to see you, Thor.
Good to see you guys.
You want to take home a puppy with you?
Thanks for the puppy shot. You know, we just narrowly escaped the dog thing with my son by buying him 2 aquatic frogs. So we just narrowly missed it because my wife's policy is we have a toddler. Once she can take care of her own potty issues, then we can look at another animal that can't.
Well, you got off pretty easy. Couple frogs.
Oh, he loves
We'll
those
look
things
you
too.
up on National Aquatic Frog Day.
There we go. There we go.
Let's talk about the ultimate upgrade sale.
Yeah,
What's
it's been probably one of the most successful sales we've had all year so far at Schrock. I mean, and yes, the year is early, but you know, if we look back historically year over year, where people can trade in their old computers toward the purchase of a new computer, it's always a popular sale. But last year we did not have all 3 service centers packed shoulder to shoulder on the day we launched it. And so we moved it up this year a little bit because we had some feedback from customers last year about, hey, it would have been nice if this would have been around when my tax refund came, because you know, I bought a new computer then because I had my refund and I could have saved $100 on it. So we decided, okay, let's move it forward a little bit, and that's really been good for a lot of our customers.
Well, tax refund time, spring cleaning. I think a lot of people are thinking about out with the old, in with the new. So how does the sale work?
All right, it's pretty simple actually. So if you have any old computer at home, it doesn't matter if it works. Doesn't matter if if you've taken half the parts out of it and you're going to bring it in the shell, like, can I trade in this empty shell? You can trade in the empty shell. We don't care. Doesn't matter if it's a laptop, desktop, Commodore VIC-20, Atari, whatever computer it is, as long as it's a computer, we don't care, because we don't use any of the parts from that computer. Obviously, your Atari is not going to build your new computer. We take those computers, they get shredded and recycled with a company in Des Moines, so they go bye-bye. But then what you get is a brand new modular computer. Now you can trade in a desktop for a desktop, or you can trade in an old desktop toward a laptop. So you can go either direction, laptop or desktop for laptop or desktop, doesn't matter which way you go, but you save anywhere from $100 to $200 off the cost of the new computer just by trading something old in.
Yeah, so you save some money, but you're also getting a modular computer.
Yeah,
Can you talk about why a modular computer is better than something that you'd buy at a big box store?
Absolutely. These are the same computers that we sell all day long in our service center. So this isn't like a super special build that we made with a tiny little motherboard in it with no expansion ports just because it's a sale. You know, when you go to the box store and buy a desktop, for example, the desktops that you're going to buy at the box stores now, they literally, like some of the HPs are powered from a laptop power cord. So they're just laptops in a big metal box is all it is now. There's no expansion ports, no upgradability, everything is soldered down, you get what you get, it lasts 1 year to 2 years, you throw it away, you're expected to buy a new one. When you go with a modular PC, now we're talking about desktops right now, if you're going to look at a desktop, when you go with a modular PC, that's a computer you're going to keep in your house for the next 6, 7 years. And it's not just us saying that. You know, we actually have customers, you can hear the radio shows and hear them call into the show saying, hey, I bought this computer like 8 years from you and it's been great, but it's getting a little flaky. You know, why'd you build me such a piece of garbage? You know, well, it's 7 years old with no maintenance in 7 years. I think it's time for a fan or something. You know, we got to replace something. So bring it in, we'll take a look at it. But I mean, that's the thing with if you think back, your HP or your Dell, I know there's people watching right now that have a computer that they're not happy with. It's either too slow, the USB ports stop working on it, the wireless only works some of the time. That's a big problem you have with laptops. Those cooling fans burn out on you. The batteries fail after the batteries aren't even covered by most warranties now. Schrock covers batteries on our warranties. So even though it's not a modular laptop, because you can only have so much upgradability in a laptop, when you buy the Asus laptops that Schrock sells, we extend their warranty actually to cover things like a battery. We had a customer that came in from a box store that had a Toshiba computer that she'd bought there. She bought the extended warranty. She had a warranty, it was only 6 months old, covered every which way from Sunday. But because of a communication issue, the box store told her, we can't help you with that, so no, you go across the street and see Schrock. So she comes across the street, we check her warranty status, and we're like, no, they should handle this for you. I mean, we could do it for you, but I mean, it'd be completely free if you went here. So, we called up the box store and I talked to the manager of their tech department over there and we got it all sorted out. There was just a miscommunication about what the problem was, and now she's going to get her thing fixed. So, that's the kind of service that when you buy a computer from Schrock, even if it's not, most shops would say it's in our best interest for you to charge you some money and keep you here. But if you can get it done free somewhere else and we know about that, we're going to make sure you go to the place. We'll even pave the road for you to go there and get it done, because we're about building relationships over time.
Yeah, and building computers, because that's why these modular computers are so important, because if the fan does go out, you just replace the fan.
Yes.
If you want to upgrade your memory slot, your memory, you put in a new
And you have
memory
room
card
to
in the
do it.
slot.
Yeah,
you
you
can do
have
it.
more slots to do it. You don't even have the slots anymore on new computers. The memory is actually part of the main board.
If people are bringing in their old computers, do they need to clear them out?
Okay, great question. First of all, when you do the ultimate upgrade, you don't have to bring in your computer when you come in to buy. Because some people are going to be trading in the computer they're using, and it takes us about 14 business days to get your custom computer built just for you. So don't bring in your computer with you because you'll be without a computer for 2 weeks. So wait until you pick it up. But the nice thing is when you recycle this computer, we do have some people that pull their hard drives, and that's perfectly fine if you want to do that. The second thing, though, is if you don't pull your hard drive, the first thing we do at Schrock is we remove the hard drive from every computer that comes in. The hard drive is either programmatically destroyed, so we'll wipe it in our data recovery lab so nothing can be recovered. But if the hard drive is bad and we can't do that, they get physically destroyed by us in our shops.
You crush them.
Yes, they
shred 'em.
they do not go out in any way, shape, or form in a way that would be recoverable by somebody else. The rest of the stuff does. That gets all shredded up, but we take care of the data for you.
Yeah, well, now's the time. The ultimate upgrade sales, SchrockInnovations.com. Then go to the website. So when you show up at one of the locations, you know, there's one in Omaha, one in Papillion, one in Lincoln. You don't have to bring your laptop or your PC. You can still do the shopping, and then when it's time, when your modular computer is completed or your laptop's done,
Then you trade in.
Then you can bring
Because
your
you might
computer
want data transfer, stuff like that. I'll be in both shops, Omaha and Papillion, here today, bouncing around. So you might find me if you stop in.
Quickly, when's the deadline?
April 5th. It's coming up. Only about a week left.
All right. Thank
Thor,
you very
thanks for
much.
your time today.
Thanks, guys.